Hi everyone, I'm Kasha and this is a yoga basics session. You'll need yourself, a yoga mat if you've got one, otherwise a nice clear space on the floor. You might want a cushion for sitting on a cushion. You might want a cushion or something to put underneath you either when you're sitting and when we do the lying down at the end, the relaxation in Shavasana. I've got a bolster but most people don't have them, so feel free to grab some other cushions or a blanket or something for when we get to the end part. It's nice to have a blanket over top of you as well. So go pause the video if you want, go grab those things and then we can get started. So coming to a nice comfortable seated position. That might mean you're kneeling, leaning against the wall or something. Get yourself comfy and then close your eyes. Feel a nice long upright spine. Relax your shoulders a bit. Good on you for making this time to practice some yoga right now. Neat to have you here. Just allowing these few moments for your body to settle into this space. And let's tune into the feeling of the breath flow, and then we'll get into some movement. So feeling the breath that comes in and out through your nostrils. You try and breathe your nose. And just allow your belly and your ribs and everything to move as you breathe. I'm going to start by setting the breath pace. Whenever we're doing any exercise in this class, if the breath doesn't feel right for you, just make sure you keep breathing. And if you're pretty new at this, and just follow along, feel free to pause and just watch at any time. So let's all take an exhale now. You can keep your eyes closed if you want. And then on the inhale, feel your arms coming up over your head. And as you exhale, the arms come back down. And we'll do that a few more times. Close your eyes if you want. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, feel the belly, feel the chest. Exhale, arms coming down. Good, right, arms coming up. This time we'll add on a movement. So pause at the top and then lower your right arm and stretch up and over to the right with your left arm. And as you inhale, come back to the middle again. So this will always be your inhale. Exhale to the other side. And inhale up through the middle. Look up if that feels good for you. You've got your eyes open. Let's go side to side a couple more times. Exhale on over. Inhale coming up. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. And up. One more on each side, just take your time. So we're not going for a monster stretch right now. Just kind of warming up the body a little bit. Feeling into the side body, noticing how things are going. And this time take your hands down and twist towards the right. So one hand in front, the other back behind you, and inhale back. So now we'll keep going side to side, one side and then the other. Hands down on the little twist. Inhale, long spine up. Exhale, spiral around. Again, not the biggest twist you've ever done, just feeling your ribs rotate around, your shoulders twist, your head turn. And as we keep moving through the session, if anything's not feeling right for your body today, just let it go. Either take a modification yourself or just pause and wait for the next one. Make sure this feels right for you. Let's do one more on each side of the spiral. Exhale around. And up nice and tall. As you're lowering the arms, melt the shoulders down. And then back to the middle. Alright, this time forward and back with the spine. So your hands come down on your thighs, maybe towards your knees, and lower your head, curl the spine back. Inhale, coming forward. And you might want to keep the hands down, but if you can, lift them up in the air and arch the back a little bit. Exhale, coming down. It's a bit like a seated cat-cow. So if you need support, and I'll do it this time, leave your hands on the knees. Inhale, lift. And exhale, curling in. One more time. Roll the shoulders back. And curling forward. Inhale, coming up. And let's take all those moves now one at a time. So first we did the side bend over towards your right, stretch out. Back into the middle and long lift. Exhale over the side. Inhale up. Then we did the twist, go towards one side. And up. So if I'm calling left and right, ideally I'm mirror imaging you. But if you have left and right issues sometimes like I do, just move one side and then the other is all good. Inhale, coming up. And exhale down. Alright, let's do them again. So back into the middle. Inhale long. Stretch to the right. Or whatever side you're going to. Up in the middle. Exhale over. Space in the side body. Twist. And up. And twist. And the spine movement forward and back. And then pause, sitting up nice and tall. Just close your eyes if you want and notice how your body's feeling there. So we've just moved your spine sideways, rotating and forward and back. So a nice way to sort of reel and loosen things up a little bit. Maybe get you going. Alright, let's move on now. Come on to all fours. I'll just go sideways. So on your hands and knees. Fingers are spread nice and wide like stars, and we'll take the cat and cow poses. So first of all, head down, bottom down, and let's hold this first one just for another breath. And then come on up. So roll your spine, face forward, and stay there for a good long breath. Opening the chest, lifting, tilting your pelvis, and let's keep moving now. So exhale, head down, bottom down, curl the spine. Inhale, roll through, chest forward, face forward. And again, exhale, coming down. So maybe look up and towards your belly button. And roll through, shoulders back. Keep it going. Try about 2 more times. You might like to close your eyes here. Really just focus on moving the spine. And whenever you've done those couple, sink yourself back towards child's pose, which means sitting your bottom back as far as you can towards your heels. Rest your head down and just release your palms. Maybe wriggle your hands around the vertebra. Ah. Nice work. Stay here for about 3 more breaths. So you can support your head with your hands if you want, or maybe hands back behind you. And then stretch your hands forward on your mat. So you've got long arms and spread your hands out. Now in my basics class, I know some people, or some of you, down dog's not a great place for your body to be, so just stay down here if you want to work on long arms. Those of you who know and like the downward facing dog pose, you might want to tuck your toes underneath. Just check again that your middle finger's pointing forward, nice long steady arms and a good placement of the hands. And then you'll be looking back towards your feet. Feet and knees about hip width apart, and then slowly lift your hips into the air, keeping your knees bent. Just stretch the arms out long and lift your hips and see how that feels. Okay, then slowly, one at a time, straighten your legs just a little bit and get a bit of sensation through the back of your legs. We'll only be here for a little bit today. Those of you who want to at any stage, just come back down to your knees. So either stay on your knees or you're in downward facing dog and feel a nice good in-breath and an exhale, and do that a couple more times. Okay, so whichever version you were taking now, let's all have our knees to the ground. And you're slowly going to come on up to standing, so walk your hands back and then get yourself on up into a standing position. Alright, now I'm hoping you can all see my head. I'm a bit new at this video thing, so I'll do it again of course if I've got no head, alright? So standing in Tadasana, feet are about hip width apart. Lovely. Alright, feeling nice and steady, roll your shoulders back and just get yourself feeling tall and strong like a mountain here. Great work. Okay, let's move into warrior one pose, which is a little bit like a lunge if you haven't done this before. So I'll turn side on again so you can see me. Right foot is forward, pointing straight ahead, and your knee's going to stay bent and slightly over your ankle or in line with your ankle. Take the other foot back and then turn that heel back and down, so the back foot's got a bit of a turn out and the front foot's forward. You might want a slightly shorter stance or a longer stance, but it's about one leg length. Okay, so you're facing towards that short end of your mat with your shoulders. Roll the shoulders back and just take a bit of time to really feel into your feet. So maybe have a look at your own front foot. Can you feel and see that foot there on the floor? And as you really feel into the foot, push it in a little bit more and see if you can feel that connection right up into your hip. Got it? Okay, now back foot. You can have a look if you want, otherwise just feeling it, pressing into the back part of the foot, the outside edge and your heel, and feel that right into that side of your hip. So you're really sure where both feet are in the wheel, and you're connecting into the hip, so you're nice and steady and solid. Okay, now let's lean forward a little bit. Can you still push into the back foot at the same time as you're leaning forward a little? Hands stay on the hips, and let's slowly come back up. If you're getting any niggles in your back there, just pause. If it feels okay, you might want to go a little more. I'm just keeping it gentle today. Slowly coming forward. And let's layer in the breath. So inhale as you come back up. Exhale, slowly coming down. Maybe some arms. Can you reach your fingers back on this part here? Go deeper if you want. And then slowly coming back up. You might want to reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, slowly coming down. Push into the back foot. Inhale, coming up. And I want you to do that about 3 more times. Just keep it moving at your own pace. Staying really steady in both of your feet. And then bring your hands down. Okay, soften the back foot. Step that foot towards the other one. And let's change legs. Actually, no. pause there for a moment. See where you are at the front edge of your mat. Stand in your Tadasana position, and I want you to close your eyes. So you're not watching me anymore, but if you need to and you feel really uncomfortable with this, just close your eyes and see where you are on your mat. We're going to slowly step backwards with one foot, and then the other foot. So you're walking towards the end of your mat. Now, it's completely fine if you need to open the eyes a little or a lot. Just try and feel with your feet. Really sure where you are. Now, I'm getting towards the end of my mat. How about you? Can you feel it with your feet? Yeah? Okay. Keep your eyes closed and walk back to the front of your mat. Just keep stepping. And then let yourself feel where the front of the mat is with your feet. And then take a little step back so you're near the front of your mat, both feet together and parallel, and pause. Take a good breath in and out. How you doing? Okay, open your eyes. Have a look, see where your feet are. Well done. Let's try now on the other leg. So I've got my left leg forward, back into warrior one. So slide that other foot back, have a look at the foot, bend in the knee. So if it's okay with you and your hips and you feel like sinking a little bit deeper, thigh coming towards parallel, just help yourself. Some of us will need to be a little bit higher and a shorter step. Just feel steady, so like we did on the other side. Hello to the front foot. Maybe the knee can be kind of over the ankle. Connect into the foot and feel that right up into your hip. Feel the same thing with the back leg, so you're nice and steady with your legs. Roll the shoulders back. Check in that your back feels okay and a bit of support right around your middle. Okay, let's try again, leaning forward. And slowly coming back up. So if you're having issues with balance, really keeping your eyes still will help. Look at one thing in front of you and make the movement a little bit smaller. If you're feeling okay with this, you can add the arms. Maybe you're moving your eyes to look down. And maybe you can lift your eyes up and lean back. Slow and steady with the weight staying even. Both feet. Couple more. The weight still working into both of your feet. Let's do this last one. Pause with that long lean out through the top of your head and the back foot. And then come on back up to standing. Release the back knee and step forward again. And try closing your eyes again. When you're ready, slowly taking those steps backwards. Feel your way towards the back end of your mat. Feel the decking a little bit uneven underneath my feet. We're all good. There's the end of the mat. Coming forward now. And there's the front of my mat. So find yourself back steady. Try and get your feet where it feels like they're underneath your hips. Before you open your eyes, spread your toes. Stand strong into your feet and long through the spine, and then open your eyes. Where are you on your mat? Well done. Okay, I'm just going to turn around, open your eyes, come back towards the, come to the middle of your mat. I have to say, doing a class in front of a video instead of an actual class in front of me is a little bit unusual, but we'll get there, yeah? Okay, so bring the feet together and let's take a balance pose now. So, first of all, with your feet together, we're going to make a shape called a Y. Picking my hands might be disappearing off the edge of the video, so just imagine that they're making a Y shape with your arms and the stick of the Y is your legs, okay? We're going to move into an X shape now, so take your right leg off the ground and tip this shape over, and we're making more like an X shape. Got that? So with all balance poses, keeping your eyes still on one fixed thing. I could stare at the camera, couldn't I? Okay, and then slowly come back up. And you're going to try and keep moving that on the same leg a few times. So you tip over and slowly come back up. And then keep going. So over you go. Come on back. And do one more. And just pause in that this time. So perhaps you can go a little bit further, reaching out through that foot. So press out through that heel, feeling your toes face the front, reach your arms long, the shoulders close to home, and just see if that feels okay to go a little bit further or not. One more breath here. And slowly find your way back up to base. Feel nice and solid on 2 feet before we change to the other side. Okay, we'll go on the other side. So if your shoulders don't agree with that, you could try it with no arms. So just starting in this base position, and it'll be the left leg, yeah, that comes off the ground this time. So take it out the side and the whole body tips over a little bit. So staring at one spot might be somewhere on the wall in front of you, and slowly coming back. Good work. If you're doing it without arms, you could also try this variation. Going out and come back, and just keep going in and out of it if you can, not standing down each time, just flowing. If you're doing the arms, you'd be going with the Y and then making that nice X shape. Let's do one more and hold. So over you go. So you're feeling that foot that you're standing on, push down into it and get the body kind of reaching out through all 4 limbs and the top of your head. Feel that heel that's in the ear is really reaching out away from you, and if it feels okay, tip over a little bit more. Tip over a little bit more. Your sense where you're having a bit of a challenge here is a good thing. And then slowly recorrect yourself and come back up to the Y. Hands back down. Well done. Nice work. Take the feet a bit wider than your hips this time, toes slightly up. We're just going to pause here with a bit of a breath break. We're going to inhale with the arms up and exhale. Your arms will come down. Bend your knees, and you might want your head going down between your legs, and breathe out through your mouth. Okay, so the breathing in will be to 3 counts with the arms coming up. 3, out 2, up 1, exhale, breathe out through your mouth. And off we go again. Inhale, inhale, inhale. And we're going to keep doing this for a while, so just carry on. Good, breathe in through the nose, 2, keep it flowing, 1, exhale, and again. Just get your legs into whatever position is comfortable to support you coming down. If you need more support with your back on the way down, just block your arms on your legs. Let's try about 3 more. After this one, just pause dangling down there for a bit. One more good breath down there. And slowly roll on back up to standing. Woo! Awesome. Bring your feet together again. And we're going to come down to the floor now, down through what I call the duck pose. So this involves coming off your heels. Let's do a test run. So just lift and lower your heels a couple of times. You might have done this in class with me before. So you can have your duck wings if you want. You're going to try and stay off your heels this time. Here you go. It's a little bit wobbly, isn't it? Feel your legs pull towards each other. Okay, now slowly bending your knees. Try and keep your spine upright. Oh, my leg's a bit shaky this morning. And down. Good. Okay, try and stay here if you can. If you need to, just sit down. We'll be done in a moment. I'm going to release my duck wings. And you might want your hands down here or over your head, or anywhere that works for you. Okay, try and have your legs parallel to the ground and your spine upright. If you want an extra little challenge here, see if you can lower your eyes a little, and then maybe you can close your eyes for a bit. The world might get a little bit wobbly, but you know where you are. And then open your eyes. Nice one. Okay, let's come down onto our butts now into bridge pose. So I'm going to swing around again. So feet are about hip width apart, steady on the floor, and roll down onto your back. Take a little sigh if that feels good. Sort yourself out. Take your shoulders under, arms long by your side, fingers reaching towards your heels. Feel strong into your feet there, spread your toes. Alright, let's start with rolling bridges. So you lift your hips up, feel your way into that, and slowly rolling down bone by bone. And then off we go again. So we'll keep rolling. So you lift up and roll down. And I just want you to explore today, where does it feel right for you to breathe? Are you doing an exhale or an inhale when you press up? And slowly coming back down. So whichever breath pattern you're choosing, just keep it moving. We're going to do about 5 more rolling bridges, getting the spine moving again. You push down into your feet, keeping your thighs pretty parallel. Now hopefully you're not looking at the screen, because like me you'll be getting your neck a little bit twisted. Try and just stay looking to the ceiling. I just keep turning my head, hoping you can still hear my voice and see me alright. Pressing up. You might find as we're getting into this, you're warming into it a bit more. Maybe your hips can lift a little bit higher on the top part of the bridge. And when you come up this next time, stay on up the top, okay? So lift up and just see where you get to. You might be about here, some of you will be a little bit higher. And if it feels okay, we'll stay for a little bit. Maybe bring your hands underneath you by rolling your shoulders under. See if you can lift your hips. Maybe your hands and your heels of your hands are together. Lifting your hips to the ceiling. And drawing your chest towards your chin. Well done. Try and stay there for about 5 more breaths. And when you're done, just take your time to roll down steady. Okay, so that was my 5, so I'm just going to release my arms, spread my shoulders, and slowly trickle on down my spine. And let's take a pause in the reclining butterfly, Supta Baddha Konasana. So soles of your feet together, however close to your groin feels okay for you. Legs resting out, and I'm going to take my arms wide to open the chest a little bit. Hello cushion. You don't need your eyes for balance here, so feel free to close your eyes. Feel the middle back of your head sinking into the floor. Feel your whole body sinking a little bit. Just a few more breaths here. Just sink. close the butterfly wings now. So bring your arms down and then bring your legs in towards each other. And take your feet wide but keep your knees close. Maybe you get your feet towards the edge of the mat and just have the knees coming in for a bit. How does that feel in your back now? Because the bridge pose and the butterfly both have a little bit of an arch in your back, and we're just transitioning into now settling. Good work, okay. Well done. We're going to wind wiper the knees now. You might want to take your arms wide. So if you're looking towards your right, both knees will drift towards the left. And as you look towards your left, turn the head, both knees drift the other way. Good work. And then keep going side to side. So it's a little bit of a spine spiral. Nice way to ease off around your hips and your low back. We'll do a couple more moving ones of these wind wipers. Just let it flow side to side. You're really feeling here that the weight of your head, your shoulders and your back, your body's really close to the ground and supported by the ground. And whichever side you're on now, how about we pause for a little bit. Oops, I've run out of room. Just let the knees sink down. If you want a little bit more here, you might bring that top knee over the top of the bottom one, maybe with a knee cushion, and sort of reach out through the arm. Okay, come back in to the middle, so spread your feet wide again, so we're in the same position for the other side, and then let the knees come down to the other side. Let this opposite hip just come off the ground, yeah? Maybe your head turns away. Just pause there as the body settles in to the pose on the side. And if it feels good for you, slowly drifting the knee over. A knee cushion's a good idea here, don't go too far. You don't need to pull the knee down, just letting the hip come over, reaching back through the opposite arm. And slowly come onto your back again. You can get rid of that one. Well done. Okay, gently bringing one knee into the chest and then the other. Give yourself a little bit of a hug. And let's do a couple of circles with the knees. And then around the other way. Good work, okay. And we're going to come on up to sitting. So roll yourself over to the side if that works better for you. Otherwise you can roll yourself on up. Then let's just pause here for a moment. Kind of in it's a type of constructive rest, so supportive rest position. Knees bent, arms on your legs, and let your head come down. And as your back's feeling okay with this, maybe straightening your legs out a little bit more. Letting your back and your legs lengthen. So some of you might want to go a little bit further here. I'm just going to stay where I am because that's good enough for me today. And we'll hold for about 5 breaths, okay? So try and take some active breaths. I know you're nearly near the end of the 5, but see if you can make that next breath a little bit bigger. Feel the back of your ribs move. Well done, and then slowly come on up to seated pose. Awesome. Alright, I'm going to grab a cushion again to sit on because we're going to sit for a bit and we'll do a breathing exercise here. So coming on to your cushion, sitting yourself wherever you're comfortable in a seated position, again kneeling or whatever option works for you. Well done. So a pranayama exercise or breathing exercise. We'll do this and then we'll lie down for shavasana and a guided relaxation. So we're starting to slow things down a little bit more in the body now. So feel your body settle into this shape. If your knees are really high, it is a good idea to sit on something like a cushion. Okay, so I'll talk you through the breathing exercise. Is called the 9 count breath, or Nawa Sankhya. The 9 counts are breathing in for the count of 1, feel it in the belly. 2, you feel it in the chest. I'll just talk you through it first, so don't worry about breathing with it. And then we hold for 4 counts, so we're holding for counts 3, 4, and 5. The exhale is on count 7, and it's quite strong, so you want to contract the abdomen, feel the diaphragm pull back, and squish the air out. It sounds a little bit like a slow sneeze or a snort, so maybe you can hear me do it. Yeah, so feeling that, and then hold it out for count 8 and 9. Alright, so the breath is always in and out through your nose, keeping the shoulders relaxed and your body pretty steady. I'll talk you through a few rounds and then we'll try doing a few on our own. Alright, so exhale first, close your eyes if you can, you don't have anything to see here, and then breathe in for count 1 and 2. Hold for count 3, 4, hold 5, hold 6, breathe out 7, hold it out for 8 and 9. Release and breathe in 1 and 2. Hold 3, 4, 5, 6, breathe out 7, hold out 8 and 9. Release the belly, breathe in 1, breathe in 2, holding for 4 counts. Exhale for count 7, hold out 8 and 9. Breathing in is active. Hold for that still 4 counts. Notice what you're feeling. The exhale is active, and you hold it steady for 2. Breathing in for 1, 2, hold for 3, 4, 5, 6, out 7, hold out 8, 9. Breathe in, count with me, 1, 2, just count in your head, 3, 4, 5, hold 6, out 7, hold 8, hold 9. Now carry on your own. Try and stay with the counting. We've got a few more rounds to go. Feel the contrast between your active inhales and exhales. And that settling on the holds. So when you start your next round of breath, we'll make that the last one. No hurry. When you're finished with that final round, I suggest you keep your eyes closed and just feel now. Relax the breath completely. Feel the belly relax and move as you breathe. Feel the chest settle. Nice work, okay. Good breathing exercise, a little bit of energizing and grounding at the same time. And we'll take that focus now down into Shavasana. So lying down time, everyone. I'm going to have this very low, gentle cushion underneath my knees today. If you've got a bolster and you want to go for it, this can also be a really nice time to grab a little blanket and throw that over you. So I'm going to go this just over my bare feet and my hands. So lie down, feet about hip width apart, arms off the side of the body. Whatever works for you to feel really nice and comfortable. If you get an achy sore back lying down like this, put something higher underneath the back of your thighs or knees, or bend your knees, okay? So this is okay for me, it's about there, so I'm going to stay with my legs straight. And then make any final adjustments. Closing your eyes. And feel your body sink into this position. And I want you to stay down there in this rest position called Shavasana and allow yourself to continue to melt into the floor. So as you're lying there feeling your body surrendering to the floor, just allow yourself to be. Slowing right down in the body from our physical practice, just coming back into being. Letting go of the movement and allowing yourself to be held. Feel your legs relax. And letting go of the breathing exercises and nice full breathing, and allow your breath to find its own rhythm. No effort. Just feel the belly rise and fall. Another few minutes here, this end part of the class, so just let yourself relax, knowing there's nowhere else to be right now. When we come to the end of the practice, I'll ring a bell so you know when we're done, and if you'd like more time there, just stay here. I'm going to take a body rotation today, so it means I'll be calling out different parts of the body and you just try and feel them. Maybe you can picture them in your mind as I say them. You don't have to move them, just feel. Nice way to help us relax some more. So feeling into your right hand thumb, feel it, and then feel just that second finger, the index, feeling the right index finger. And then the middle finger, feel your right middle finger. The fourth finger, your ring. And your little finger on the right hand. Feeling all the fingers now together in the whole of your right hand. Just feeling for sensation with your complete awareness in the right hand. Notice the palm of the hand. Just the palm. Now your wrist, and slide your awareness up that lower arm. Feel your elbow, upper arm, shoulder, and the right side of your chest. The right side of your chest now will come down that front of your body. So awareness to your ribs and the top of your waist. Hello to your belly button, the right side waist, right side of your pelvis, right hip. Feel the thigh, knee, shin, foot, right big toe. Can you try and picture them one by one? See how you go. Second toe. Third toe, your fourth toe, and your fifth toe. Okay, now the left thumb. So go to the left side. Feel, picture your left thumb. Second finger. A bit like you've switched the light on that finger. That's the one you can see and feel right now. And then the third finger. Fourth finger. Little finger, the fifth. All of your fingers. The whole of your hand. The palm of your hand. Feel for sensation in the palm of your left hand. Notice your wrist. Lower arm. Elbow. Upper arm. Shoulder. Sit on the left side. Come over around the collarbone. The top of the chest. Take your awareness down. Notice your ribs. Upper belly. Lower belly. Left side of your belly button. Left side of your pelvis. Left hip. Thigh. Knee. Shin to the lower leg. Feel the foot. Big toe. Left second toe. Third. Fourth. And your fifth toe. Alright, soles of both feet now. Both heels. And the backs of your legs, both legs. Your bottom, the lower back, upper back, the space between your shoulder blades, and your whole spine from base to top, your whole spine, feel that. Back of the neck, head, top of your head, forehead, eyebrows. Feel your right eye, right nostril, left eye, left nostril, tip of your nose, top lip, bottom lip, corners of your mouth, your tongue, jaw, right ear, left ear, the space between your eyebrows, your eyebrow center, your chin, throat, center of your chest, belly, knees, toes, your whole body. Feel your whole body. Maybe you can picture your whole body relaxed. Continue to give yourself permission to relax. And just as we've taken a body scan, staying really nice and relaxed, we'll take a moment to scan the mind space. So imagine you're gazing into the back of your forehead, and that's your viewing screen. You're going to observe or scan that space, just noticing any thoughts, images, ideas that pop up. Observing, once you observe a thought, just allow it to pass on and scan or wait for the next one. You might not have to wait. There might be thousands of thoughts and ideas flying around. That's okay. Just try and pause and slow down and see if you can notice something. And then let it go. And watch another. You might feel like there's a blank space rather than thoughts or anything at all. Is completely valid. Just try and keep watching just a little bit longer. Your awareness to shift from your forehead space there back into your belly. Tune in for a moment to the rise and fall of your belly. Feel your breath again. Come back into the body. And very slowly, keeping your eyes closed, start to take slightly fuller breaths as we start to bring ourselves out of this relaxation space in a really nice relaxed way. So let's just start breathing a little fuller. Active breathing in and out. Hearing that little bell, everyone. You're welcome to stay there if you want, but we'll close the session together if you're ready for that. Take a little bit of movement in the body. I suggest you keep your eyes closed, so just stretch your fingers and toes out. It's the same way you would if you've done this in class with me. Stretch your arms overhead. Feel a big full body stretch out. And gently roll yourself over to your side. And then press yourself up to seated position. Any seated position at all will do. Just find yourself upright and still. And once you're there, take a really good full nourishing breath and reach your arms overhead. And slowly bring your hands in front of your heart space. Just tune in here and notice how you're feeling after our yoga session together. To close class today, I'm going to do a little chant, 3 Oms, followed by 3 Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And you can just listen if you want, or feel free to join in. So chanting can be taken at all sorts of levels, to just wanting to belt out a sound, or maybe reaching into something in the universe beyond yourself, maybe even something divine. For me right now, Om Shanti 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 is sending a message of peace, of universal peace, out into the universe. Alright, so if you're joining in, take a nice big in-breath first. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om.